Now, I just want to start with saying that there's something about these trucks. Maybe it's because the era that I grew up in, maybe it could be a lot of things, but these trucks have always been very attractive to me. By their lines and just how they're built, and just the way they look, how they cruise, how they ride. I've always been a fan of these trucks. Didn't have one until now, but I worked on a lot of these as a young man. And I had a lot of friends that said all they drove was Chevy trucks. And I grew up, I've cut my teeth building these things and working on them under the shade tree, pulling trannies, pulling motors. I've worked on them stem to stern. And I learned a lot of stuff. And I grew to appreciate these trucks. The first thing about it is that they built a ton of them. From 73 to 87, there's several millions of them made by the numbers. Okay, these are around. These are very around. You can find them in the want ads on the Facebook marketplaces. They are obtainable in various states of disarray. You can find them from a $400 basket case that's been in a field for 30 years, or you can find them that are a $40,000 completely mint truck. You can, the whole gambit. It's just a matter of what your pocketbook can afford. They're out there, and they've built a lot of them. Okay. The other end of that is there are still affordable. I'm sorry, guys. The world is like the world is. Novas, Chevelles, Camaros. If you find one that hasn't been somehow worked on, you're going to pay for it. They have become so expensive that they're almost unobtainable for a regular Joe public. Hey, since you're here and you're watching, like, share, subscribe, smash that bell, hit that like button, tell your friends. Okay, they're just unattainable. You just can't find them. So the affordability factor for these is still here. Now, I will say they're getting popular. So while you have it, or while you're looking for them, snag them up. Snag a couple up. If one good one and a couple of parts ones like I've done, like this one right here, parts truck, and this has been a godsend for that one. But they are still out there. They are still out there to be gotten for a decent price, for a decent builder. You're going to work on them, but they're still obtainable. And for me and you, Joe Public, we can still afford them. All right. The other thing that this kind of truck does for me, it just brings back so many memories. It's just a photo shop full of memories from my past. Okay. Everybody has some memory, some dad, some grandpa, some uncle, brother. Somebody had one of these in your past. You remember that stuff. I mean, I remember the first hot rod I rode in. I remember the first friend that had one of these that I rode in this. I remember the first back roading I did with these. I remember the back roading with the young lady in one of these. I mean, it's just palatable how the memories are with this truck. Everybody had one, and everybody still likes them. Okay. The great thing about these that makes them really right now awesome is the parts availability, performance, reproduction, repops. There's some real good companies out there that make really good reproductions. The performance end of it, when you're talking small block, big block, LS, whatever you're into, there is, people are putting all kinds of motor and transmission combinations into these, and the parts are readily available. COVID made it bad, but it's starting to get better. You can start getting parts in. So it's not like you're a stranglehold for a year waiting on, bumper bracket. You can get parts now. All right. And to go along with that, when there's parts available, there's still trucks available. Okay. They were just built better. Okay. I'm going to step on some toes. I've had OBS. I've had I have a 2009 right now. These trucks, I don't think in almost 50 years, my 09 is going to be solid. I think it's going to be rattled apart. I don't that 93 that I had Yukon. I don't think it would, if it was drove regular on a regular basis, I don't think it would last 50 years and be in the frame, the suspension, everything still in the kind of condition that this one is. They were just built tougher. I mean, they were just built. When these were built, they were built as a tool, a farm implement, built, to be tough, resilient, take a hit, Timex, keep ticking. And that shows 50 years worth. This truck, the frame, majority of the body is still solid and still there and still where you can take a hammer and dolly to it, you can work it, you can weld it. There's no way that I think in another 35 years in that 09 that I'll be welding and patching fenders. The metal's just not there. They learn how to shrink down and make them thinner and make it, now it's not fixing, it's replacing when it comes to fenders and body parts. So I just don't, in my mind, I just don't think that they're going to be there. Okay. Another thing goes along with that is you can use regular tools on that. A regular basic tool set will do 95% of work on that truck. Just not, you don't have to have special fuel fittings. You don't have to have special this, special that, special, year specific tools to work on them. A basic regular tool set will do 95% of the work on that truck. Bottom line, ask an old mechanic. An old mechanic had one stand up. Mechanics these days in like a Chevrolet dealership, they got to have $50,000 worth of tools just to do their job, because every make and model has a different picadillo on it. They got to buy special tools for it. Prove me wrong. Link it down below in the comments. Prove me wrong on that one. The old mechanics that worked on these things, basic tool set, and they did the job. It ain't like that no more. They just don't build them basic and simple like this anymore. It's just not part of the world. All right. Going along with the tools, it's a solid investment. Just like 25 years ago when I was buying Camaros and Novas and Malibus and stuff, they were attainable, but now they're untouchable. And I think over time, these are going to become untouchable also. So now is the time to start buying them up. I mean, I'm going to drop a name. If you guys watch, Derek on, Buy Script Garage, he's buying these up as soon as he sees them. If he finds them, he's buying them and he's taking them home and he's hoarding them because he sees it coming, and I see it coming too. This truck was hard to find when I found it, and it was rough when I found it, but it was what I wanted. But now over the last year and a half, I'm seeing that prices are starting to climb a little bit. People are starting to get more proud of them. They're still out there, but they're getting where now might be the time to start beating the bushes and finding them, because sooner or later they're going to become like Camaros and Chevys are. They're going to be, only the rich guys are going to own them anymore. Okay. The other end of this is that there's so much variety. You can slam them. You can leave them stock. You can raise them up to the moon. Four-wheel drive, Suburbans, Blazers, Silverados, CKs, C10s, GMCs. There's just if you have the way you like it, you can make these the way you like it. Whether you're going in the mud, whether you're going in the desert, whether you're going down the woods, you can make one of these fit what you want it to do easily. You can find the frame that you're looking for. It's out there if you're looking for it. Plus, the interchangeability on them is so good for 14 years worth of production, that about the only thing that won't fit on that is from 73 to 80 front clips and 81 to 87 front clips. They're a little bit different. The hoods are different and the fenders are different, but basically you can mismatch and throw pieces together and make things work out of 14 years worth of production. Can't do that now. You can't do that now. And so you can take a four-door frame, put a short bed box on it, or a box like I have on mine on it, tailor it how you want, build it how you want, and have fun with it. Where, like that 03, there's only a couple of years it'll mix match, and you can only, they're becoming very year specific again. So there's no interchangeability. The parts are all different every year. And one of the last things I'll say is this is so American. Chevy trucks, and I'll also throw Ford trucks, Dodge trucks, these late 60s, mid 70s, mid 80s trucks are so Americana. They're just, I mean, come on, guys. Like I said, everybody has a memory with these. It is as American as apple pie, baseball, Coca-Cola. When people from around the world, I get messages from people, Dubai, India, they all love these things. They're starting to dip in the pool because these are getting popular. So it's just American. It's just so good. And they're just so much fun. I'm working out of a little small garage, a little air conditioner in it on the weekends, and I've pretty much completely rebuilding this truck from scratch with regular hand tools and these hands. Okay. I can guarantee you in 35 years that 09 out there, that's not going to, it won't be the case with that. There will be no rebuilding it back to, because there's just so much uniqueness parts on that truck where I can take an old one like this and scavenge parts off of it and put it on here, and it works and it fits. Takes a little paint, takes a little elbow grease, but it works. It's just so much fun, and it can only be done with things like this. So if you're still here, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Smash that like button. Tell your friends. Y'all have a great day. Because a great day today could be a square body find in the morning on Marketplace. Y'all be good.